they start exploration, more exploration, and then mining. So as one of the key players, the primary mining license owner is the one who is legally responsible for all the processes, whether mining or whatever is going on in that piece of land where he or she holds a license. Okay, and then we have a pit owner or a pit holder. You know, the mining where we have a pit for mining. It's not necessarily a PML holder owning a pit. I mean, he or she could be owning a license, but the pits could be subcontracted to some other miner. Okay, that's where I could have a license, but the mining work is left to others under given contract that, okay, the percentage of the what we get after mining and processing, the profit we get, I'm supposed to get a particular amount, a particular percentage. Okay, there are some other agreements which can be incurred. Okay, so take a look and see what agreements could be look for it. Like what agreements could be incurred between a PML owner, a holder of their license, and a pit holder. Okay, we have a lot of players. We have pit financiers, because you might have a license, but you're not financially capable of running the mining work. You might own a pit, but you might not be financially equipped to start mining or investing. You could have financiers, pit financiers who actually come and finance the projects under given agreements. Now you also have to look into that, what kind of agreement can be done. Okay, you could have buyers of ore. Those ones do not even, they could be buying ore, they could be buying a final product, but actually they are there just to buy your ore, because some miners after mining, they don't have enough capital or they're not financially equipped to go and handle the processing, the beneficiation processes up to when we get the final product. But they need of cash. They need of cash. So they sell the ore. Actually, the ore is sold. There are those who buyers of ore. One of the shareholders could be buyers of ore. It could be those financiers, those who come and finance the projects. They might say, okay, I finance the projects, but you'll be selling me the ore. It could be the pit owner, because there are miners in there, and once they mine the ore, a pit owner might say, okay, you're telling me you guys, I own this pit, but you people go there to mine, but you sell me there. You sell me the ore which you just mined. We have these on-site brokers. Most who are illegal. I've talked about that, and you have to take a look into that. If they're still as active or as they were 15 or 20 years ago, those ones who are illegal, they're on-site brokers, the small brokers. Okay. Of course, we have also big brokers and jewelers. Those ones are licensed. They also they are in this cycle. You could have processing centers. It's one of the key players. Processing centers. You could have cyanidation plants. You remember leaching? Yes, when you say cyanidation, we're talking about leaching. And processing centers, that's where you could have, it's kind of different from cyanidation, because at processing centers you could even have a contract again. The one who has the ore, you go to a processing center, you might enter a contract like I process here, but if I don't have to, if I cannot pay for it, you could agree to leave the tailings there. Because the tailings, like I said, I remember telling you that the tailings do not mean, like we have a concentrate and we have tailings. But tailings does not mean that there are no valuable metals in the tailings. There are always valuable metals in the tailings because our beneficiation processes, they are not 100% efficient. So the efficient could be 90, could be 80, could be 70%. That means in the tailings we might leave some valuable minerals. That means for the processing, the technology we have, which we could afford at this moment, for the technology we could afford now, processing the tailings is not economical. That's why we say those are the discards, okay? Those are the tailings. For the process we can afford, for the technology we can afford, they are not it's not economical processing them. But then you could have cyanidation plants whereby the tailings are taken there and they become the processing of them. I mean, the cyanidation plants, the technology which is running there makes the cyanidation of the tailings or the leaching process economical. You get a point. So we might be using at the processing centers, we might be using gravity separation, okay, or gravity concentration. Then we have our concentrate in the end. Then we have tailings. The tailings could be taken to the cyanidation plants, where we could still again, where the process will be economical, and actually we get our gold again, the final product. Of course, at different purities, but we get it. Okay. So take a look at the key players and discuss among yourselves, or ask at different sources if some of the key players are still as active today as they were 20 or 15 years ago. That's it for today. See you next time. All the best with the tests and everything. Bless.